as tensions rise, a significant event unfolds. The re-implementation of UN sanctions on Iran will occur this Saturday. This development is not merely a routine adjustment. It reflects deep-seated global disputes regarding Iran's nuclear ambitions and has sparked considerable concern in the international community. On September 19, 2025, members of the UN Security Council voted against a resolution aimed at permanently lifting the sanctions imposed on Iran. This decision occurred at the UN headquarters located in New York City. The backdrop of this vote is critical, as it was prompted by accusations that Iran has strayed from the commitments it made in the 2015 nuclear agreement. As the clock ticks down to sanctions reimposition, Iran responds with defiance. Iran's leadership has warned that they will retaliate strongly against these sanctions. They argue that these measures are unjust, asserting that they remain compliant with the terms of the nuclear deal designed to prevent the development of nuclear weapons. However, the ongoing accusations against them complicate matters further. The dissolution of this nuclear agreement, originally brokered by major powers, including Britain, Germany, France, the United States, Russia, and China, is expected to worsen existing tensions in the Middle East. This comes on the heels of military actions by Israel and the U.S. targeting Iranian nuclear sites earlier in the year. Interestingly, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian attempted to downplay the impending sanctions, declaring to reporters prior to his departure from New York that the sky is not falling. This phrase appears to be an effort to assure both his country and international observers that Iran will withstand the pressure of renewed restrictions. However, the stakes could not be higher, as diplomatic efforts have faltered. Attempts to delay the reinstatement of sanctions were unsuccessful, despite discussions on the sidelines of the UN gathering. These sanctions, which date back to a series of measures imposed by the UN Security Council between 2006 and 2010, are set to go back into effect at 8 p.m. EDT this Saturday, which translates to 000 GMT, after the E3 nations, Britain, France, and Germany, activated a snapback mechanism. This action was taken after accusing Tehran of contravening the nuclear agreement. Furthermore, Iran firmly rejects claims that it harbors intentions to pursue nuclear weapons. The European powers had presented an offer to postpone the sanctions for a duration of 6 months to foster negotiations aimed at achieving a long-term solution. This would have required Iran to provide greater access to UN nuclear inspectors, respond to concerns regarding its stockpile of enriched uranium, and commence dialogue with the U.S. In a striking contrast, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi publicly criticized the E3's lack of willingness to reciprocate Iran's attempts to keep diplomatic discussions alive, suggesting that the U.S. has remained resolute in its stringent demands. The situation for Iran is further complicated as the European Union plans to reimpose sanctions as well in the coming week. In a move indicative of its defiance, Iran has recalled its ambassadors from Britain, France, and Germany for urgent consultations. While tensions escalate, Pezeshkian reassured that Iran does not plan to exit the Non-Proliferation Treaty, which underscores its commitment to international agreements. The economic ramifications could be dire. Iran's already struggling economy is facing severe hardships due to sanctions reinstated since former U.S. President Donald Trump abandoned the nuclear deal in 2018. The Iranian currency, the rial, has plummeted to unprecedented lows amid fears of additional sanctions, hitting 1,123,000 to the U.S. dollar on Saturday, a significant drop from 1,085,000 the previous day. Under the renewed sanctions, Iran will once again be subjected to an arms embargo, as well as prohibitions on all uranium enrichment and reprocessing efforts, along with any missile-related activities that could potentially enable nuclear weapons delivery. A range of other restrictions will also be reinstated, including travel bans on numerous Iranian individuals, and assets belonging to various Iranian entities will be frozen. Additionally, Iran will be barred from any related commercial engagements concerning uranium mining or the use of nuclear materials and technology in other nations. So what are your thoughts? As the world anticipates the implications of these renewed sanctions, do you believe Iran will respond as it has warned? Or is this merely political posturing? Feel free to share your perspective in the comments.